I feel like every single time when I go out there to fly, the weather is exactly like today. It's dark, gloomy, gray, and the lighting just sucks. But what can you do? So today I have the GepRC Cinebot 25, and I've tested a lot of 25 type of drones lately. The Defender 25, the Cinelog 25, the Cinelog 20, which of course is a little bit smaller, but still kind of fits in that frame size of 2 to 3 inch sized FPV drones. And I'm curious to know whether these drones are actually getting better and better, because this one has just been released from GepRC, and whether that's an exact carbon copy of the ones that I've flown before, or it's significantly better, if there is something better about this drone that should make me say that you should go out there and buy this drone right now. I guess we'll find out in today's video. Let's check it out. So this is where we'll be flying. And if you have seen some of my previous videos, you know this path right here is kind of dangerous. One time I crashed the drone and a car went over it and crushed it. So now I'm curious to know whether this will be in one piece. That's why I will try to show it to you right now before something happens to it, in case I don't get back this drone in my studio in one piece. Let me show it to you. There's a very interesting design of this dampening system here for the air unit camera. This is the O3, of course, and we have ELRS antenna here on the back, the regular air unit antenna, and the motors, which are 1505 4300 kV. And yeah, that's the drone. Pretty solid, looks very much like the Defender 25. But yeah, let's check it out and see what I think about it. This is the battery that I will be flying with. China Hobbyline Mini Star 850 milliamp hours 70C 4S battery. And this is the drone, of course. Let's put it in the air. And away we go. So with the first battery, I plan to just cruise around, see how the drone feels like. And then I want to try it out with a little bit more like freestyle type of movements. This is why you need the O3 air unit. The little branch was invisible until the last moment, but then we managed to dodge it. Whoa. Just when I said it. Okay, super smooth first impressions. These drones are getting so much better out of the box. Well, yeah, it's a little bit too quick in terms of rates for my taste, but it's so smooth in my goggles. You will see in my DVR, but I feel like this one has a lot of power. Since it's 4S, it should have a lot of power. But how smooth am I going to be with that power, so I can actually go through gaps with it and manage to not crash it in the process? These drones, especially the ones that are made from plastic, you have to be really careful with them, because you know they crack easily, the frames. That was the case with the Defender. Oh yeah, I enjoyed that. Okay, that was good. Even though it was just a straight line, it was still a nice shot, I think, going through the little gaps. That's always very satisfying. Let's see if we can go through gaps here without hitting any branches. Yes, we can. And trees are finally starting to bloom. Not yet, but we're getting there. I cannot wait, because now it just looks so bad. Everything is just so bland, boring and gray. But when this all turns green with the bloom and then with the leaves, we will be golden. Okay, let's check out the speed. Picks up speed very, very nicely. And it's not screaming. Like, it is a little bit noisy, but of course that's something that you can expect from a drone like this. But for cruising, wow, very, very impressive. I don't remember, of course it was a little bit back in time when I flew the Defender 25. It was very fast, but I feel that this is a little bit more nimble. I get a few vibrations here and there every now and then, but it's not like a solid vibration, it's just a small one from time to time. And like I said, for cruising, this thing is a beast. Can we make it once more? Yes. Easy peasy. Of course, that's not something hard, but you know, gives you a little bit more peace of mind that you have power, you have agility. And yeah, I would definitely turn down the rates a little bit when I get back in my studio, just because I feel a little bit more in control when the rates are not as fast as these ones, but that definitely helps to avoid some dodgy situations at the same time. So wow, really impressive maneuvering from this drone. Feels super controllable. I love it. So far, I love it. And this is my very first battery with this drone. Never touched it before. Besides binding to it, of course, with my radio. But that's really nice. Okay, let's do a little dive here. Wow, I managed to get it around the end of the dive. Pretty good. And I think it's time to land. 4 minutes and 45 seconds already. 3.6 volts. Let's not push it too hard and just land right now. And do a little bit more freestyle with the second battery. Alright, second battery, here we go. Let's do a little flip first. No problem. I mean, no problem, but you still feel like it's a small drone, of course. There's no way to feel like this is like a 5-inch drone. It kind of lacks power in the top end, but you can still control it and catch it on the way back as it's falling. For something a little bit slower, of course, shouldn't be a problem. I feel I don't have too much control. Of course, since it's my second battery ever with this drone, I don't have like the exact muscle memory to use the drone with these rates. But still, I feel like it's fine. Yeah, a few vibrations on the way back, a little bit of jello maybe, or prop wash, I should say. But overall, controllable and doesn't really lack power. Of course, with a drone like this, you wouldn't chase like a fast car. Maybe you would chase like a person on a skateboard or rollerblades or something that does not really involve a super high speed. Yeah, I don't like this prop wash on the way back, but it's just how these drones are. I feel like even the Vata from DJI, the Defender 25, all of these drones, they don't really give you that confidence to really push it in a way that does not involve prop wash for dives like these. For something a little bit more controlled, like let's say a little dive that is not very drastic, it's just a little bit smoother dive, I feel like this could be great. We'll find out later with the shots from the O3. I am recording on the O3 internally without any stabilization. So I use gyroflow for all of my stabilization videos. Yeah, these, yeah, not a fan of this, to be honest. I'm not a fan, but to be fair, this is not how you're supposed to use this drone. It's it's mostly how I flew with the first battery. It's not how I'm flying now. This is not the ideal way of flying, but for faster cruising like this, for example, too bad I don't see how fast I'm going, but it feels pretty fast in my goggles. For a drone like this, I feel like this is great. I mean, it's stable, it's very stable, and it goes exactly where you want, but it has that prop wash that, of course, is there every single time on pretty much every small drone. Every time you do some... Oh! Here it is. I saw that the battery is towards the end of its life anyway, so I will not fly more with the battery that I have right now, but so far I can say pretty much the exact thing that I said when I was finishing up my second battery, which is that this drone is perfect for fast cruising, for following objects that do not really pick up that high of a speed, and for going through gaps. It's extremely controllable and smooth. It flies great. I've yet to see the shots from the air unit itself after being stabilized, but for now this feels very nice. Now I didn't really enjoy the second battery with the more freestyle type of flying that I tried using this drone for, but that was to be expected. I have to be fair, that was to be expected from a drone like this. Now, should you buy a drone like this? I can't really say. I mean, I definitely really enjoyed the smoothness. I think the dampening system of the air unit camera here is deserving a lot of praise, because it smooths out a lot of the vibrations that usually you see during flying. Let me turn around so I'm not completely black. But yeah, I really enjoyed flying this one. Now, if you have a similar sized drone, maybe you don't really need one like this, but if you don't have a small drone, if you don't have anything between 2 to 3 inches, if you have a 3.5 inch Cinebot and you're looking for something a little bit smaller that doesn't require a GoPro, for example, or any other action camera, if you just want to have the air unit footage and you want to have a smooth, great looking experience that still can be recorded on the air unit, the O3 air unit, I think this is a great option. It is a brand new drone from GepRC, so you know it will be supported with lots of different accessories, lots of spare parts, lots of things that you might need for a drone like this. The construction feels very solid. It's not as finicky and plasticky as the Defender 25 from iFlight. I'm not sure if it's a reinforced plastic, some type of other material, but it feels a little bit more rigid in my hand, and the top plate is carbon fiber, so that's great. So this one definitely feels like it has, you know, a little bit more rigidity to it, so it can withstand some more crashing, whereas the Defender 25 cracked under pressure a lot easier, and it was disappointing to have to exchange the shell after minor crashing, where here I don't feel this it will be such a big problem. So with that being said, let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section below. I would love to help you out and respond to them if I have the answer to them. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy. Take care everyone. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Ciao.